And I know that you just came from Manila and medyo napaka-jet lag. So welcome home, Governor.
Yes, thank you very much. Actually, I've been chairing the meeting of the mayors with the governor for an hour and a half already, and allow me to at least share the information to all our listeners that based on the vote that was taken this morning, at the time that we closed the meeting, 27 votes comprising a majority of all our mayors, they have decided to accept the opinion and the suggestion of our doctors na tangtangon na nato ang RT-PCR test in lieu of the vaccination certificate and the vaccination card from the DICT. So those who cannot present a vaccination certificate or who are only partially vaccinated or wala pa sila na bakunahan, pwede silang makasulod sa atong lalawigan pinaagi sa atong karaang policy, which is the RT-PCR test presentation. So we will be issuing the executive order by today on this matter so that it can be made effective very, very soon for returning residents, for OFWs, for tourists who want to visit our province. So that is something coming off very, very hot from our meeting.
So that's breaking news, no? Breaking news. Akong Usbon, Governor, I don't know if we heard it right, kay kusog yung kaing uwan. It's raining cats and dogs, no? Mo ina ingon. Gusto magog nga miingon ka nga wad-on na ang RT-PCR test sa mga requirements sa bisan kinsa nga moabot diri kana kun ang tao nga moabot diri kompleto sa bakuna. Gusto ba?
O para mahibaw-an nato nga kompleto na sila sa bakuna, kinahanglan mo present sila og vax certificate gikan sa DICT. Mao ang kinahanglan download nila. So kung dili nila maipakita na naa sila downloaded QR code nga gikan sa DICT nga vax certificate, national vaccination certificate nato being run by the DICT, then kinahanglan magpakita sila gihapon sa ilahang negative 72-hour nga RT-PCR test. Pag kung maipakita na nila na sila downloaded na QR code, kung sila downloaded QR code gikan sa DICT, then dawaton nato because that is a precondition sa release ng ESPAS.
Okay. Murag na inamakpak na lipay agob kay sayo na ang pagsudiri. Yes, Attorney Austral, you being the anchor person, what can you say about that decision?
Yes, Governor, actually nalipay ko nga nakabuot nato na nga mao nga desisyon because it's time na siguro po tungod kay nga to ang vaccination mangunta po nga og percentage nato medyo taas-taas naman. And on my personal note, Gob, I would like to say, murag nangatol ang akong tiil. Mulakaw. Bitaw. Thank you. And I hope that with this decision of our government, we will still remain responsible by observing of course, our health protocols, Governor.
Pero, hibaw ko ani Attorney Greg. Kini daghang nalipay. Pero inigawas ani gihapon si Governor Yap. Dautan gihapon si Governor Yap. Tanawa, dili magduga, this is breaking news item. We broke it right here in our program sa open forum bukas nga panagsultihay. Pero timan it will break very soon too. Nga miingon dautan ang desisyon ni Gobernador Yap. What can you say about that, Governor Yap?
Well, you turn right, somebody will criticize. You turn left, napod mo reklamo. You go straight, napod mo reklamo. So, isang asa ta, ma'am. Na mga muuyon sa atong desisyon. Na mo reklamo gihapon. I think that's part of the territory and the turf of being the chief executive.
Yes. Yes, that's true. In fact, sa wa pa ta magsugod, Governor Yap, miingon jud ko nga akong gipost sa akong wall. Aduna manggoy dili taga Bohol nga mi complain nga mi anhi siya diri kay gusto siya anhi mo puyo, pero iya jud ang gisibya sa iyang Facebook account nga wa siya ganahi kay cheap kuno ang Bohol. Cheap unta usa ipasabot og cheap, wrong choice of word, no? Kay ina nga no, miingon siya mahal kuno kaayo ang Bohol. My goodness. Mao tong miingon ko sa akong Facebook account. Mahimo ba nga di ka taga diri ni complain ka sa presyo pauli na las inyo oy nganong ni magkagay la sila taga puyo diri. Also, the first question nimo, well, what can you say about that, Gom?
Well, that's one of the things that we are working on. No? We want to make, technically, Ma'am Art, Attorney Greg, no, Dave, being former Agriculture Secretary, when you talk about food and prices, we don't want to say it's cheap. Tungod kay kung cheap, maapektuhan naman ang kita sa atong mga mag-uumaw, sa atong mga mananagat. Ang target ra naman nato, and which is still I'm following right now as our local chief executive as governor, ang akong gisunod karon, usa ka polisiya para sa atong mga mag-uumaw sa mga mananagat na mahimo at least affordable ang pagkaon. Dito mo ingon nga cheap, no? Tungod kay
That is the right word, affordable.
Affordable. Tungod kay di po nato gusto nga mukulapso ang mga presyo, maapektuhan ang kita sa atong mga mag-umaw, sa atong mga mananagat. Apan, isip amahan sa lalawigan, of course, tinguhan natin tanan na samtang atong matabangan ang atong mga mag-uma, ang atong mga mananagat, kinahanglan na ay kita og ang mugawas og mo resulta nga presyo para sa atong mga konsumidor abot kaya, affordable. And well, we are sorry for the visitor kung nasa reklamo na ingon niya na it is expensive, food in Bohol is expensive. It is also something we are trying to work on for the benefit of everybody. Dili ra para sa mga turista nga mong bisita nato, but more than anybody else para sa atong mga kaigsuon ng Bolano.
Okay. Yes, Attorney Greg, let's talk about the case that has been filed by the Honorable Governor. Attorney Greg, what is your first question?
Yes, Gob, sayod man siguro ang ato ang Boholano community nga duna kay gipasaka nga kaso batok sa tutulo ka personalidad dinhi sa to ang probinsya sa Bohol og kaniguluhan og inciting to sedition governor. Diretsuhon na lang nako Gob because I have been reviewing social media onya sa akong analysis on your part this can be a double-edged sword. Kung pananglit no dunay finding of probable cause nga kaning tulo ka personality posible nga nakahimo gyud sa krimen nga inciting to sedition. Ang ilang kampo moingon dayon nga this case will create a chilling effect on the freedom of expression and freedom of the press. Now on the other hand, kung ma-dismiss no ang maong kaso at the preliminary investigation stage pa lang governor, siguro maingon pod ang mga kritiko nato nga tan-awa wa gyud basihan di ay ang gipasaka sa gobernador. Unsay kasulti nimo ani Gob?
Yeah, as a fellow lawyer, Attorney Greg, mao ang akong hinungdan nga naman giduso na ako ang kaso sa korte, giduso nato sa city prosecutor tungod kay gibili na nato nila ang analysis sa kaso. I have stayed away na i-discuss ang kaso sa kahanginan tungod kay as a fellow lawyer, I respect how our judicial system works. Sa panahon nga nag-file ko ng kaso kontra sa tulo ka tao, wala naman ako gipahibaw, wala ako nagpagawas og news sa kahanginan or sa social media trumpeting a case has been filed. No, I respect how our judicial process works. Now moingon ka na it is a double-edged sword. I myself am very interested, Attorney Greg,
Yes, Gob.
on what the result is going to be, because I must let you know and I must share with you, Attorney Greg, nga the only question in my mind is it possible that a public servant or a governor at that can be attacked for more than a year consistently in our airwaves, and it is going to be called free press, free speech, or any attack against it, can be used to say that it is attack on our freedoms, no? Gusto ka na ako mahibawan, posible ba na, Attorney Greg, na adlaw-adlawon ka, buling-bulingan ka, daot-daoton ka, biay-biayon ka, kada adlaw, and magsagwag pa ng mga fake news kontra nimo, posible ba na? That's my only question. I'm looking for protection also and legal processes for redress of my grievances. So when you say it's a double-edged sword, I agree with you, Attorney Greg. Anything is possible. They can find probable cause, posible na. Pwede po ma-dismiss ang kaso, posible na. But I trust our judicial institutions. I am looking for a solution. Tungkol kay isip amahan sa lalawigan, I also have to protect ang dungog sa provincial government, sa akong personal, sa akong mga kauban sa buhat. And I also have to prevent a situation na mawala ang pagsalig sa mga katawhan sa atong provincial government. That is my only intention, Attorney Greg. If you ask me right now, Attorney Greg, is this the only way? It is the only solution? I don't know, Attorney Greg. But I'm just trying to explore all possible avenues because it is really impossible, Attorney Greg, that you will be continually attacked for more than a year. It is already not an exercise in press freedom. It is already an exercise in persecuting a person. So I'm also looking for an avenue on what is the proper avenue. But the way I look at it, there is no reason that can justify your use of media to attack unnecessarily and unreasonably using whatever words and whatever means na gusto nimo without any provocation and without any valid basis under law. So tanawon nato, Attorney Greg. We don't know. Let us wait and see.
Yes, Gob, no? As an academic, Gob, I find this case very interesting. Tungod kay sayod man kita, ako ning na-discuss amo ang previous na mga episode sa open forum nga kaning gitawag nato og freedom of expression and freedom of the press, dili ni siya gitawag nato og absolute power. Nagin ni siya gitawag nato og limitation, and libel and inciting to sedition are the limitations recognized by the court. So mo nang ako giingon nila ni Ma'am RD Governor, no? I find this case very interesting. Dili lang ni siya politically motivated for the academics. This will enrich the jurisprudence precisely para mahibaw-an nato og unsa gyud boundary sa freedom of expression as applied to your case, Governor.
Yes, Attorney Greg, as you know, Ma'am RD, Dave, in a case called Cabansag versus Fernandez, it's one of the Supreme Court cases on free speech. Ingon sa kaso nga, it is a fundamental principle that freedom of speech and the press does not give anybody an absolute right to speak or publish without responsibility. And also, Ma'am RD, you as one of the pillars of our press here in Bohol, you know that in the Broadcast Code of the Philippines, sa preamble, deklarado dito nga ang broadcasting tungod sa iyang immediate o lasting effect sa atong mga katawhan demands of its practitioners a very high sense of responsibility, morality, fairness, and honesty at all times. In the Broadcast Code of the Philippines, what is being stressed is the sacredness of individual dignity and the promotion of national unity. No, ang akong pangutana, Attorney Greg, especially sa karong panahon nga natay giatubang na dakong hulga na nagpabilin tagihapon taliwa sa usa ka pandemya. The Broadcast Code of the Philippines is working for national unity. And as we confront this pandemic, are you trying to tell me for more than 1 year what ay nahimong sakto sa atong provincial government? Ang tanang gihimo naso sayop. And in continually attacking the governor and sa pagtuis-tuis ba sa mga news, what will the possible effect be? Kini ang akong pangutana. Dili ba mga tao masuko, mag-uol, mawa ang ilang pagsalig, and in the event na mawa ang ilang pagsalig ug ang kooperasyon sa provincial government, then what is the effect on governance? Dili ba mo breakdown? Ang kapsay, kalinaw, ang pagtinabangay, ang pagsinabtanay sa atong katilingban. Will this not be threatened? And therefore, public governance is going to be affected. And is that not what is being prevented by inciting to sedition? Remember the leading case here, Attorney Greg, is the Espuelas case,
Yes, Gov.
which happened here in Bohol.
Mhm.
And and in the Espuelas case, that was not 1 year of pagbiraw, pag-atake. Ha? Ang Espuelas case is only one publication by Mr. Espuelas na murag naghikog na siya tungod kay dili ba against siya sa administrasyon ni President Rojas at that time. And on that basis of one publication, he was found guilty of inciting to sedition. But, Attorney Greg, Ma'am RD, you will say that we now live in different times. Sakto naman, mao nga nagpaabot ko sa katuig. Kung moingon ka na, Gob, you are too onion-skinned. Is it onion-skinned that for more than 1 year, pabunal ta? Sa hapit tulo katuig, sila, banat ng banat. Pag BI ba, insakto pa ba na? Kada adlaw sa hapit tulo katuig nga pandaot, pagpasangil, pag BI, is this correct? Let us not say 3 years. Let's just say 1 year. And Attorney Greg, if this was an attack on press freedom in Bohol, why did I not file a case against the other anchormen in the program? I just felt that the radio network is most responsible. Tungod kay ang radio network, especially ang tagi ang makabadlong,
That's right.
apan wala namang gibadlong, gipasagdan. So if I was going to attack Free Press, Attorney Greg, I would start filing cases against all the media men who have said critical things about me, apan wala naman nato gibuhat tungod kay we can accept criticism, Attorney Greg. We're
Yes,
not
sir.
perfect in this world.
Agree.
The first time I'm serving as governor, so I'm sure I also have mistakes. Apan ang pangutana, Attorney Greg, is sakto ba na for more than a year na adlaw-adlawon ta, ayon ta? What is the effect on our governance? Will there be no negative effect? And I also find it hard to accept, no? Di na ko madawat na ang atong pag-file og kaso sa usa ka network is already an attack on the entire press freedom of the province of Bohol. Huh?
Okay. Yes. Kining governor, daghan ang mga pangutana diri, daghang support nga gihatag ninyo sa atong online viewers. Pero Attorney Greg,
Yes,
we don't have time anymore. We will be calling back the governor next week. Okay ba, Gob? Nga tawagon ka na magbalik kay bitin ta kaayo, Gob. Will that be okay?
Yes, ma'am. The only request I have sa atong mga kaigsunan is kung pwede, makasabot naman sila in town sa ilahang gobernador. I don't say, ma'am, I have a monopoly na kami naman sakto ko sa tanang mga decision-making na ako isip gobernador. Apan, ang inaot ko nga, nakitaan nila o nabati nila kung giunsang akong pagpangga o pag-atiman sa atong lalawigan sa karong panahon na o isip usa ka lalawigan, kinahanglan pod nato kanunay na paningkamutan ang atong panaghiusa, especially in the face of a pandemic, no? And this is the reason why I'm not saying that we cannot criticize. I accept mudawat ko sa mga kritisismo as a part of making our projects better. Apan ako pod, kaibaw naman na ako kung kanus murag gitarget na ta, gituis na ang tanang mga news na ang objective is not anymore for the betterment of governance but for political reasons already and meant to divide our province. Ug di na ako pasagdan, ug di na ako tugutan na mapalayo ang atong mga katawhan sa atong provincial government o mahadlok o masuko ka nato ang mga katawhan sa atong provincial government. We cannot allow that because what we are working on is to save the province. And as of this time, Attorney Greg, Dave,
Yes,
Ma'am RD, I hope na appreciate po sa mga katawhan that we are down to alert level 2 And we have come to the point that we can even consider removing the RT-PCR test, as we did so this morning on the vote of our doctors, supported by our mayors and our doctors. If we did not engender cooperation, strictness, and unity in our society, in our province at this point in time, we would not be able to at least reach this point that we can now consider na tangtangon na to, wado na to ang RT-PCR test. It shows that we are moving forward. And this is all because we are all working together. Mao nga, kini ang kanunay na akong giprotektahan ang panagiusa sa atong dalawigan.
Okay. Mauna to. Salamat kayo. More power, Gov. More power. God bless you. Balik ni mo, attorney, for your concluding statement.
Thank you very much, Gob. Thank you very much, Ma'am RD and Dave, no, sa sunod higayon. Of course, napakaidaghang pangutana, reserve lang na, Dave, no. So, tungod kay wala namang kitay igong panahon, mga kaigso, na it's already 1 o'clock in the afternoon, I would like to say that pag makanunayon lamang kamo pagpaminaw din sa tuang programa nga Open Forum, because karong mga umaabot nga mga adlaw in every episode sa tuang programa nga Open Forum, we will always have of course VIPs, no, og mga importante mga personalidad, no, nga muhatag og katin-awan, muhatag og kalinawan